Hey everyone, welcome to my race commentary on my 4th ever road race. This is the PIR circuit race up in North Portland. It happens every Monday night throughout sort of late spring, early summer. And this is the second one, and previously I'd done the first one the week before, and I'd actually gotten first place in Cat 4-5. And so I came out this week to see what I could do. I had a little bit of fatigue in my legs from some earlier racing, as you'll see in a later clip, but I was feeling pretty fresh and rode out here hoping to pick up another win. I'm currently riding for the Team Oregon. I'll put the kit on the screen. It's the blue and orange kit. You'll see many jerseys. We had a good squad out there today, and we're looking to both get points there's these hot laps, which are preems partway through the race, and in Cat 4-5 there's just one of them. So this footage right here is going to be coming into one of the hot laps, where they have 6 points, 4 points, and 2 points on offer for the first, second, and third place. In the final, there's a lot more points on offer. However, these points can be pretty crucial in securing the win, because the win is overall points accumulated throughout the race and not just whoever crosses the finish line first. As you can see in front of me, I've got Ken, and then farther ahead we've got Ryan keeping it fast. We're going about 26 miles an hour, so this should help discourage some other people from coming over the top. But as always, it's pretty hard to actually control everything, and we're still working on making a lead out. This was our first time trying, so we aren't extremely organized, and because we don't really ride together that often, we were just trying it out. It gets a little more chaotic into this. This is the last turn into the finishing straight. You'll see on the screen, I'll put a little finishing line over the course map in the bottom right. But we go under this bridge, and it's extremely tempting to sprint from this bridge, but at about 300 meters out, it's way too far, and into a headwind, you really can't expect to be able to hold it all the way. So here in front of me, Vitaly goes for the sprint. This is the preem lap. I can't quite get onto his wheel, so I'm pushing a lot of watts just to try to get back in the draft. And when I finally almost get back, he goes again. But luckily we both come up. I think he got second, I got third on the preem lap, so we both picked up a few points. And now everyone else behind pretty much sits up, and we also sat up. So we just slowed up and waited for the pack to catch us, and I think we're going to skip along later to the last few laps, or the last lap, because in between, not much happened. Out here at the PIR races, because it's on a car racing circuit, all the turns are quite wide and you can pedal through them all. So that means that it's pretty difficult for a breakaway to get away, as you can easily see people up ahead of the road and reel them back in. As I mentioned before, I raced the day before in the Banana Belt road race, and I tried to bridge up to the break, and unfortunately I could not quite make it, and I had spent quite a lot of energy riding the entire last 10 miles solo, so I think that may have sapped a little bit of energy from my legs before coming into this race. So now we're getting into the last lap. This is for the final sprint. It's been another 15-20 minutes. We're almost up to an hour duration. These races are usually a little under an hour, so I think we ended off at like 50-55 minutes. The hot lap comes about halfway through, so now we've had a little more fatigue in the legs, but I've been sitting in the pack and it's been pretty relaxed. This race, I think there was over 60 racers in the Cat 4-5 field, which made the race a bit sketchy. So at this point, I was a little bit nervous, because there'd already been a few instances of getting bumped around at slower speeds. As you can see, we're going only like 23 miles an hour. Through these turns, it could get a little bit sketchy with everyone swarming up. As you saw here, I had a lot more speed, was going to go a little bit left to this guy, got cut off, so I didn't push it. But as you can see in front of me, people are definitely pushing the lines a little bit too far, and luckily no one went down. But at this point I was definitely a bit nervous and made the not smartest of mistake of going out into the wind. putting out a lot of power, only half a lap before the finish. But I remember being there, and honestly, I was done with people's erratic riding, and I just wanted to be near the front. So for better or worse, I'm now near the front. My heart rate's still pretty in check, below 180, not so bad. I've got some teammates coming to the front. They were going to try to keep it fast. As you can see, Ryan is still on the front again, and then Ken in front of me. Ryan's gears were shifting all over the place, so he was trying to keep it fast on the front because he knew he wouldn't be able to sprint in the finish, because he didn't want to stand out of the saddle, because every once in a while they would shift and he didn't want to break a chain or something. So he's keeping it fast, but unfortunately, partway through this turn, his shifting malfunctions once again, and he pulls off to the left, and we slow down a little bit, which is enough for all the people behind to come in with a little bit more speed to this last turn, which leaves me sort of on the front and then getting swarmed by a bunch of these people on the left side. I try to catch back on their train, but I think I've already spent a good bit of energy. You can see my heart rate's up 187, pretty high, so once everyone starts sprinting, I just don't have a ton left to give, and the guy who was off the front is moving backwards, and got a little squished between him and this other guy. Overall, a decent race. Came in 5th, I think, so not a bad result, but hopefully I'll do better in the next one. Stay tuned, subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with more videos of my races. I just finished the next PIR racing as a Cat 3, so stay tuned and see how I did in that one.